And maybe what you asking for is like another Bo Jackson, but in the 21st century.
It'd be nice.
It would be nice.
It'd be nice. Like I'd also like a Tecmo Bowl level caliber game to come out in this day and age.
It's funny you mentioned that too, because on ESPN 30 for 30, one of the commentators mentioned Bo Jackson's superiority on Tecmo Bowl.
It's true.
And they actually showed highlights of Bo Jackson on Tecmo Bowl. And he was like running the up and down figure, because if you run up and down,
right, that's how you evade everybody.
You evade everybody.
Yeah, you kind of do like a V.
And they gave like a nice 2 minutes to that Tecmo Bowl Bo Jackson, and I really thought that was awesome. And I really spit up my quesadilla one time when they were commentating on it, and they show as like you hear that you see like little Bo Jackson run up and down, he's faster than everybody, and then when he gets to the touchdown, you see him spiking the football. All of a sudden, the graphics are all like immaculate. You know what I mean? It looks like about 15 gummy bears on the field, and then he scores a touchdown, and it's like, whoa, where did these graphics come from? But then again, that's Nintendo. You know what I mean? And that's what we accepted with Nintendo, because it was so fantastic in ways that it took your mind to like different planets and like different levels of fantasy in your own head, that when it finally did kind of over exaggerate on graphics, it was okay with us.
Yeah, and if you think about like the covers of the games themselves, like think about what we accepted. Like the disparity we accepted between what it looked like on the cover versus what the actual fucking game looked like. It's a whole different world, man.
I got a perfect example for what you are describing right now. If you want to Google search it, go ahead, because I'm not going to look, because I got to maintain composure.
All right.
Google search Deadly Towers for Nintendo. I mean, the cover of that game looks like the best video game in this alpha quadrant of the fucking...
oh, yeah, I remember that. The guy with the sword, and like he looked like Ultimate Warrior, kind of.
And then you go to the Nintendo graphics.
Yeah, it looks like a rough draft of Legend of Zelda.
It looks like silly putty in a microwave.
Basically.
It's like... And I think the Nintendo nerd did a video on that. That game is fucking impossible to beat.
Yeah, that was a hard game. I remember that.
It's the only video game to make a Game Genie explode.
Wow.
The Game Genie literally exploded in the Nintendo. So it doesn't work on that game.
Yeah, I heard if you use Deadly Towers as a Game Genie, it voided your warranty on the fucking Game Genie.
Talk about a great game that's inspired my life and my haircut, if you want. Legend of Zelda.
Right. Of course.
Fuck, man. That game alone holds multiple levels of greatness in all men's mind, in between 25 and 40.
Yeah. Anyone worth the salt. Okay, 630's calling in. I think I recognize this phone number. I think this is someone we've had on before. I'm just going to go ahead and hit the button there. 630.
Yeah, this is Ben from Chicago calling in again. How you guys doing?
What's up, Ben?
From Chicago.
Yeah, you guys, you were talking about video games and whatnot. What are some of your personal favorites?
I'll go first.
Can we limit this to like a...
Two or three?
No, I mean 2 or 3, but also like maybe like a time period or maybe a system, because...
No,
just
nothing.
All time?
All time greatness. I'll go first. The first, Legend of Zelda, like I just mentioned. Final Fantasy VII. And I don't know if you had the old school computers, but what's it called? BattleTech. For like the old school like Apple IIs or some shit. BattleTech. It was like a bunch of mech warriors, and you just fucking collected money and blew shit up.
Okay, well, myself, I like Maniac Mansion. Also, I mean, I'm leaving out the obvious, because what's the point of even talking about it? You can talk about Legend of Zelda all day long.
Yeah, I know.
Maniac Mansion, I like, fuck. God damn it, put me on the spot.
Roller
Coaster Tycoon.
Roller Coaster, that was good.
Kind of like Sim City. I'm trying to get 2 for 1 right there with my answers. And number 3, I'm gonna throw in fuck, Bionic Commando.
Oh shit, that was great.
Yeah.
What about you, Ben?
And I'd have to go with Super Metroid.
Oh yeah.
GoldenEye for the 64.
Solid choice.
Yeah, on License to Kill mode, my favorite.
Yeah. I also like the Final Fantasy games, like Final Fantasy X especially, but 7 is of course the legendary one. So
I had Final Fantasy 10. I got 3/4 of the way through, and I borrowed it from someone in like the 3rd or 4th disc. I don't know how many discs was in it, but the last one was scratched. so I couldn't finish the game.
Oh man.
Yeah. To this day, I haven't passed that fucking.
Remember the ones Squaresoft did, like Secret of Mana, Secret of Evermore?
Oh man, those are like underground greatness known to man.
Yeah.
You could mix different herbs and shit and like.
Hell yeah.
And he had his dog with him, which
alchemy.
was perfect.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was Evermore, I think.
Oh man, the thing is about games, you know what I mean? It's kind of unfair. It's like a double-edged sword for men because females don't have this advantage to like expand their brains. So you know what I'm saying? That's why they stay so narrow-minded.
Yeah,
but at the same time, while we expanding our brains and we in these fantasy worlds of video game, you got these hoes just learning how to run manipulation on us behind our back.
Yeah, it's not fair because like we're playing video games till we're like 25 full time, and they're like having slumber parties from like age 6.
Talking about
fucking social, you know,
talking
manipulation.
About how to get the boys to like you, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, that's
increasing in difficulty with age, and we figure it out after we put down the controllers. But you know what? If you jack all trades, you can kind of play video games and still keep up with the hoes. If not out battle them when they want to try and play games. Right. They need to come out with a video game for hoes that like we're like.
They had that Barbie racing ride for the PlayStation.
No, I'm talking about like you got Kim Kardashian, you got like fucking I don't know, Paris Hilton, and you like put makeup on them and you send them out to a party, and if you fuck up their makeup, they get killed.
It's like a hoa pet.
Yeah,
hoa pet.
It's like a hoa pet. Yeah, you send them out on Sunset Boulevard, and like if you fuck up her makeup or her mascara ain't right, she gets killed by like a random homeless man. But if you put it on right, and then you progress on to different levels.
Right, or she could like have a cocaine overdose.
What's that, Ben?
You can be like a gold digger and like try to, you know, work your way up the ladder. Like, you know, 1 minute you're like fucking the rich guy in your town, and then you're fucking like, you know, Bill Gates or something at the end of the game.
Exactly. Kind of give them like something to work with because.
But like only till like age 30. From then on, they're like living in a trailer with a bunch of cats and like a chair with a bunch of cigarette burns in it.
Yeah, that would be great. And quite frankly, I don't see why that hasn't come out yet. I know for a fact Kim Kardashian would endorse it. That bitch would endorse anything. That's
right. Well, maybe someone from EA Sports might. I don't know. Can't think of another game maker off the top of my head.
Or they could just start a new company called EA Whores.
Right.
And then like go from there, kind of like branch out. Kind of like a Sex in the City type of.